Hello and welcome. Today we're gonna play in the GC with the deck you told me you wanna learn. It's this 3.5 RG Monk cycle with Evo Hunter. Let's go ahead and get right into it and explain to you the deck as we play. So this deck was one of the best at previous meta. It's still one of the best. It's just toned down a little bit because of the new addition of the new card, the Boss Bandit of course, but it still remains one of the best decks in the game. The way you play this deck is you're not gonna be spamming RGs. It's not very quick cycle RG. It's more of like controlled RG deck. You're gonna be most of the match waiting for your opponent to do something and not going for many RGs in single unless you find an opening by your opponent overcommitting a lot. So in this situation I'm just gonna wait and I'm gonna pop my ability just to kill the cannon. Nothing too crazy. He has the Boss Bandit, so I wanna see his whole deck before I go in. Maybe we get punished, so I wouldn't wanna risk that. Really good damage there. Let's go ahead and play the Electro Spirit at the bridge and let's cycle our Barbar. Okay, he plays that at the bridge. We can just go for our Fisherman. It connects to the tower, but it's not the end of the world. Maybe he pops his ability, but that's fine. Now I can just go for my Hunter and fully defend every single thing. Hunter is actually one of the best counters to the Boss Bandit. Let's go Monk in front because his Boss Bandit is out of cycle and he has to go Cannon, and Cannon is not gonna do a great job. Great ability there. That's another thing with this deck. You're not gonna be going for RG all of the time. Sometimes you break through with these Monk pushes. I realized his cycle was a lot messed up. He overcommitted with the Boss Bandit and the ability, and I was just able to pop a Monk in front of my Hunter. Also compare this with the guards and we were able to just take the tower down without even playing RG there. So let's go ahead and play the Electro Spirit Barbar just to cycle. Fireball cycling on the Ice Whiz, and we don't have to do something crazy right now to win this game. Just maintain this lead and only defend. Cycling the Fisherman like that is something I like to do when you have an awkward hand. If I was quick with my ability, I could have went with the rocket right on his tower, just pull it backwards, but I wasn't so quick. That's fine. I'm going in for RG right now just to force him to play some things and not be able to go in. Nice, we force out his Nado, that's fine. And now I can just go Monk at the pocket and compare this with guards. And there's no way that he's gonna defend all of that. He may be able to just defend slightly, but he's not gonna take our tower, which is the important thing. Okay, nice there, really good victory. Let's go ahead and jump to the next one. This deck is one of the best for a lot of reasons. The main reason is because of Evo Hunter. This deck is really strong offensively and defensively for that matter. When you face decks that don't have a building, let's say Inferno Dragon Mega Knight, the Evo Hunter is where it shines because you can just go for Evo Hunter behind the RG, and even if he has Evo Mega Knight in cycle, it just perma stuns it, and then you can just go for a Fisherman as well, pulling inside maybe even an Inferno Dragon when it's on the ground, and that's how you basically break through against decks that don't have a building. Against now decks that have buildings, like let's say you're facing the popular Royal Hogs with Archer Queen deck, Evo Hunter is not gonna do that much. It's just gonna be like a regular Hunter, so you're gonna be playing it as normal as you would be playing it if it was a normal Hunter. So just passively in the beginning of the match, and as the matchup progresses you start RG the back. You never go for RG the back against beatdown decks. You only go RG the back against cycle decks or decks that have a building. That's the main idea with RG. I am one of the best with RG. I have been playing RG and gotten some really nice finishes with it. The one I have 300 in the world and number 19 in the world are both with RG. I used to main it a lot. Right here, when I see a lumberjack, I'm usually waiting so I can get my king tower activation. So I'm going for this, and the guard was perfectly timed so that the fisherman goes ahead and pulls the lumberjack, and we activate the king tower just like that. Let's play monk same lane. I'm not cycling my hunter a lot because I want to see if he has a balloon or something. It's my only encounter, so I'm gonna be careful when cycling it. Of course, when you have the monk down, you also have to remember that you have the 3-card cycle enabled. So you're able to cycle to more hunters, to more guards, to more stuff whenever you need them. Great ability there, really bad firecracker. And without even using the hunter there, we defend the Mega Knight. And he overspent a lot, he even went for the arrows there, so I'm just gonna go for RG. However, this barbar maybe he has skeletal army or something. Okay. I think we're just gonna take the tower down or just close to it, and we had this beautiful start just because of the king tower activation and how nicely we understood the situation there. Popping the ability there was definitely the correct decision. I just did it so that my monk could stay alive and I could go for the guards behind the Mega Knight and kill it, but he also played the firecracker onto it, so that works for me. And now it's the time I'm gonna cycle my hunter. You might be wondering, this guy told me he doesn't cycle his hunter for no reason, now he just cycled it. I'm cycling it because it's almost double elixir and I know I can get back to another hunter by the time he plays something else. Even if he wouldn't lab balloon the bridge, I would have cycled back to another hunter. Let's go for this. Let's go for our electro spirit, and I'm gonna use my bar barrel even though I know he has goblin barrel. It's fine. I can just use this and fully counter the goblin barrel. That's another thing you can do. You haven't taken a single bit of damage this game. Nice. I could have popped my ability on the other side so that the firecracker could reflect itself, but that's fine. The firecracker should die here. Nice. Let's go for our Evo Hunter. I don't have to fireball, but let's go ahead and fireball for the sake of it, for the electro spirit. And now the good thing with this deck, finish off the games, is that you have the 3-card cycle of the monk, and we're gonna cycle to 2 fireballs at very little time. So let's go for hunter right here, and let's go for fireball number 1. And just because of 3-card cycle, we can go e-spirit, bar barrel, guards, and we're back to another fireball. Let's even pop the ability so that the tower reflects itself and we take the victory just like that. Nice. Okay. Of course, not the best player in the world, the guy we faced, but it was still a nice victory showcasing how you beat Mega Knight weird decks. Yeah, I'm sure you're gonna face a lot of them, even if you're playing in top ladder. The deck this guy was playing, maybe you might face it. It's a rocket cycle deck. Other than that, I would say we are good to go for now. Let's continue. As you've seen so far, we haven't played a lot of RGs. We mainly play this deck very controlled and play RG only if needed. I don't know if we even played it one time the previous match. I think we played it only once. So against Ghost, you do the fisherman on this placement, you take 2 ghost shots and then it activates the king tower. It's really useful to know the fisherman king tower activations, so that's why after the recorded video I'm gonna send you also a link to a video where it shows you how to activate king tower versus every single card in the game. And I want you to watch this video, it's gonna be really useful for you. You can have it and watch it and have these king tower activations done yourself. Okay, so we're facing some sort of bait deck. Let's go ahead and use fisherman instead of monk because it's lower elixir. I don't want to be wasting a lot of elixir here. Let's go bar barrel. You might be wondering why I didn't counter the first goblin barrel with bar barrel. I countered it with e-spirit because I wanted to go in. I had a nice push going on the right hand side, and I decided to go in and only go e-spirit. Now that we also have the king tower activated, it's gonna be way more useful to go for e-spirit instead of going bar barrel. 1 less elixir and it's gonna almost fully counter the goblin barrel. I'm fine taking some damage there. I'm just gonna use this ability to damage down the ice with a little bit, get some cheap damage as well, and I'm gonna let this locked on the tower. It's fine, and I'm just gonna pull it, and we can have a nice offensive pressure going. Maybe I don't have elixir for RG, so I'm not gonna do it. I also have my Evo Hunter next. I don't think this guy has a building, so it's gonna be really nice for us that he doesn't have a building, of course. I'm gonna fully ignore now both of the goblin barrels, and I'm gonna go for this because I know that this push I'm gonna do right now, it's probably undefendable for him, even if he has a building right now. Monk tanks the cannoneer shots, he tanks the ice whiz, then now he might go for a prince, so I'm gonna go for my fisherman and also guards to protect the fisherman. And this sequence was overall really great for me. I was able to take down his tower. I accepted the fact I could take some damage, and because I knew that with my Evo Hunter in cycle and my monk, if I ignore the goblin barrel I take also a 3 elixir advantage, there's no way this guy can defend. So if I just pop my ability right now, play it safe, it's towards the side, so let's do it towards the side, and we can just fisherman in the middle, we take the victory. This is not something you will do immediately, ignoring some stuff and going in and knowing when to go in. It's some stuff I have had the experience to do while playing a lot of RG. I don't expect you to pick up this deck and do this plays immediately yourself, but I want to show you the reason why we did it. I want you to understand that so you can also do it on your own once. Okay, so right here, as you will see, we have the Evo Hunter down, and I'm about to go barrel on his princess. And I know that we're gonna be at the same elixir when I go barrel on his princess. But because my Evo Hunter is gonna fully counter the prince, and the hunter is only gonna take one splash shot from the princess, because the princess is gonna get killed by my barrel, I would pretty much have the same elixir as my opponent, 4 and 4, because I would have used the barrel, and I would have my Evo Hunter down at full HP. So basically I would be up 4 elixir by having the Evo Hunter down. We would also both have 4 elixir, and it's this situation right now. And he also goes for goblin barrel, so that means he's overextending more. So take a look at this situation right now. We have the Evo Hunter, and I have 8 elixir, and he has 5 elixir and nothing down. I don't count the goblin barrel because the goblin barrel is just gonna die. It's not gonna do anything. And by letting it go, I'm giving myself the opportunity to go all in. And take a look at this guy's position right now. Even if you gave me his phone, I couldn't defend that. We made this unstoppable push just because we realized, hey, I can take some damage and I can go in, because he's not gonna be able to defend that. He doesn't have a building, he doesn't have a way of dealing with all of my stuff clumped up together. That's another thing when you face guys that don't have a rocket, don't have a big spell. If you clump up your units all together with Monk, Hunter, RG, they cannot do a single thing. Why? Because they don't have a big spell. They cannot kill everything. And these huge pushes are simply just undefendable for them. So that was why we went in there and we won the game just like that. Let's continue. Let's get back to another one. I will see you when I find the game. And we found the game. Let's see what this guy is playing. He has a P.E.K.K.A banner in his profile, so let's see. He goes Dark Prince. Let's wait a little bit and surround this. Okay, I lagged there, so didn't drop as immediately as I would have wanted. Let's cycle our Hunter. We are lagging just slightly there. Let's go ahead and go E-Spirit. Okay, I am lagging a little bit. I wanted to activate King Tower there, but didn't work out that good. Let's go ahead and Fireball like that. Okay, let's hope the lag isn't permanent. Okay, I think we get rid of it. And let's go for our fisherman like that. When I see Firecracker, the first thing I have in my mind is activating King Tower. It's the most important thing. Right here I could have activated, but I wasn't quick enough. Usually when you see Firecracker, you expect something like Hog Rider, but right here this guy is playing an off-meta deck, so I couldn't guess what he's playing. Okay, he goes Furnace. Let's go ahead and go E-Spirit, not take too much damage on this side, and let's go Barbar right here. And right now we will have to take some damage from the Furnace. Cannot defend both things at the same time. I just want to acknowledge all of his cards before going in, because he might have random barbs inside his deck or Prince or something, so I want to make sure we acknowledge all of the cards. Okay, now it's the time to go RG on this side and also compare this with an Evo Hunter. He goes for his Firecracker. I don't really mind that. We're gonna get a lot of damage here. And let's also go ahead and Fireball. That's a nice Fireball there. He might have a graveyard now that I think about it. Let's go ahead and pop the ability, delay a little bit, and that was actually a great ability because it's also gonna kill the Firecracker. You wanna be careful against E-Wiz. It used to not one-shot all of the spirits in the game, but now it does one-shot them all, so you wanna be as careful as possible from this interaction. Let's go ahead and pop our ability actually, because he played a wizard right into the monk. And now we can just start Fireball cycling. There's no reason to go in immediately. He doesn't have his Furnace in cycle. Let's try and activate King Tower. That's what we wanted from the beginning. Nice. Great things there. And now we can go in and Fireball whatever he plays onto our RG. Fireball this. Okay, he gets this Furnace last second down, but we make him waste it, and maybe we can even outcycle his Furnace. I think we are able to do so. Let's also go ahead and Fireball this, and I doubt he's gonna get back to it. He maybe goes E-Wiz, but it wouldn't be enough. Okay, nice. He got back to it, but it was a little bit too late. Great stuff there, even though we lagged a little bit in the beginning. I just realized he didn't have a great DPS card to my RG, so I was able to go in double. He's basically good counters to the RG were Electro Wizard and Log, or maybe Furnace and something else attacking it. But other than that, nothing too crazy. Not a good DPS card like Mini P.E.K.K.A, Prince, or Cannon Skellies or something. He didn't have a great card to RG, so I was able to go more aggressive in double elixir. Okay, we are on ladder. I will see you soon. That was a mistake. And we are back. Let's go ahead and start playing. This is an RG deck I consider more easy to play than other ones. The one with Ghost and Lightning is slightly harder, I would say, because it's more fast cycle and it requires for you to make more decisions and when to go RG, and it's more aggressive on its playstyle, so it requires really good defense. Whereas this deck you can just play control, not even go for as many RGs as you can see in some matchups, and even still be able to win. Let's see what this guy has. Barbar is an okay starting play. Okay, he has E-Giant. Let's go ahead and go for our Hunter. And the reason I didn't go for Fisherman to activate King Tower is because usually they have Nado, and I didn't want to risk it there, and they usually hover it and they try and avoid King Tower activation. So what I would do if I didn't have Hunter there, I would go for my Fisherman, but I would do it on this style here and try to activate King Tower like that. There is another tile to also activate King Tower against the Giant with Fisherman, which is right here. And that's interesting. He rocketed our Monk. I wasn't so quick to go ahead and pop the ability, but I'm gonna definitely punish him here because our Monk has some HP left. Let's go ahead and go Hunter as well and pop the ability there. That wasn't the best ability there, gonna be honest. Only one shot from the RG, but that's still fine, we're still up in damage. So there is a placement you can play the Fisherman, like towards right here, and it still activates King Tower, but you take a lot of damage from the E-Giant. Let's go ahead and go E-Spirit. Okay, that's nice. And let's see what he does right now. Let's go ahead and go RG actually, because we outcycle his Prince, which is one of the greatest counters to the RG. He has mirror for some reason. Okay, that's weird. Let's go ahead and go guards the middle. And go for our Barbarel as well. And I'm gonna go for my Evo Hunter. I have to, anyways. Evo Hunter is a great counter to the Electro Giant, of course. And I don't know what he's doing. He just pounded at the bridge, so he doesn't have any elixir for anything. He tried to predict my Fisherman, but it didn't work out for him right there, and now he's gonna lose the tower to that bad play. Okay, Evo Hunter is one of the best counters for the Electro Giant, of course, but yeah, this guy didn't even play that good. It was also a weird deck, but yeah, you get the point. You try to be aggressive with my RG as much as possible, and we try and outcycle his counter to it. This guy's counter was the Prince, and not even the best counter in the world, but one of the best counters he had in the deck was Prince. So we outcycled his Prince, and we went in, and we get too much damage on top of his tower. Okay, let's continue. Let's see what this guy plays. So, okay, he goes Sparky. I don't have my Monk in cycle, so I'm gonna go for my RG. If I had Monk, I would go Monk on the defensive side, but since I don't have it, I'm just gonna go RG, force out some elixir and see what he does. Okay, he goes for that. That's interesting. Let's go E-Spirit on this side, Barbarel on this side, and Guards around on this side. You need to be careful with Sparky, of course. Monk is usually what you will counter it with, but it doesn't fully die, so you also need to Barbarel it. Be careful sometimes overcommitting onto it, because if they are smart, they might pressure you opposite lane of the Sparky. Let's go ahead and go Monk right now, just to cycle. I know he has Sparky soon in cycle, but I'm gonna be making a push, so it's fine playing it here. It's not gonna waste itself. Let's go RG behind this. Pop our ability, and it's gonna do a great job there. Maybe it reflects the cannon as well. Yep, it does actually reflect it, even though the cannon, it wasn't targeting the RG. Let's go ahead and go for our Hunter here, and I'm gonna distract the Mega Knight so it doesn't jump onto my Hunter. Okay, it jumped, but still was fine. Even if we take one Mega Knight shot, it's not the end of the world, but we didn't even take it. Let's go guards like so, just to cycle, and we can go for a Barbarel again to cycle. There's no point right now staying passive. We have gotten so much damage on his tower. We can also go for the Fireball, and keeping the Monk for the Sparky is a good idea, so let's try and do that. Go Hunter like so, and I'm even gonna go Monk at the bridge. It's a little bit of a risky play, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Okay, this guy goes for his Evo Mega Knight, so we need to be able to press our ability on a nice timing right now, and we do indeed do so. It doesn't fully die, so we go Barbarel, and let's apply pressure on the other side as well, and go Fireball his cannon. Go for our Barbarel like here, force out his minions. Maybe the Fisherman gets a shot on the tower, that's great. And what I like to do against Mega Knight is going in for something in the middle and then pulling it with my fisherman. He goes for his Evo mask, but it's not even gonna matter. Let's go ahead and fireball this, and we take the nice victory. Nice. Again, really beautifully played. Not the best player again, of course, but it's a deck that you might face sometime. If you're playing on ladder, it's not always gonna be meta decks. You might face weird decks like that. Activating King Tower is the most important tip I will give you, and that's why we also send you the video, the YouTube video which explains every King Tower activation with Fisherman. It's gonna help you a lot. Okay, let's see what this guy does. He zaps. Okay. Let's go ahead and go RG the bridge. I'm feeling a little bit aggressive. He cycled the zap, so okay, he's playing Giant. Let's go ahead and go for our guards right here. And let's also go Barbarrel because he might rage. Okay, he doesn't rage, but it's still okay to be safe there. I would need to go Barbarrel anyways. And he goes for his Lumberjack. So once again, I'm gonna try and go for the King Tower activation. You can even play it one tile to the left and still activate, but they can hit the zap on the tower and the Fisherman if they try and zap it, so I don't usually do that. In this matchup, I'm trying to be aggressive as much, passive as much as possible, excuse me, because if I am too aggressive, I might get punished in single, whereas right now I have my King Tower activation, it's almost double elixir, so it's gonna be way easier for me. Just press the ability simply to tank the Prince shots so that my Hunter stays alive a little bit more. And let's go guards low here. And because he has his Prince out of cycle, which is one of the greatest counters to my RG, I'm gonna go in, and even if he goes Lumberjack, it's fine, it's not even gonna be the evolved form. And we're gonna get a lot of damage on his tower. That was great there. Let's go ahead and go E-Spirit. And just let our troops, my tower, finish off his troops. Now it's almost double elixir. Let's cycle along the back, and now you're gonna see the power and the usage of 3-card cycle very nicely here. We go for the first counter and we do it first before playing other card. Then we press the ability. Then we go Barbarrel. Then we go guards, and because he lightning really late, we have another Hunter which also happens to be the Evolution Hunter, and he doesn't have a lightning for it. And right now, because there's no building in his deck and no other thing rather than Prince, this push is undefendable, and that's just GG's. I can just go for a fireball, the Hunter is gonna perma-stun the Lumberjack, and that's all she wrote. Really nicely played there. That's the power of 3-card cycle, and that's how you wanna be using it to your advantage. I'm also gonna go for my Hunter again, just playing it safe, but this guy knows it's over. So let's just finish him off. Go for our ability. Okay, I don't even get it down, but it doesn't matter. And that's how to beat Giant Prince. Really nice and easy. Okay, I would say let's go for one more match. I will see you in the next one. Okay, it found the match immediately. Let's go. So let's cycle Barbarrel. And as I've told you, I want to activate King Tower, so I'm gonna lick a little bit of elixir, and now I'm gonna go for my Fisherman. Successfully activate King Tower. Really nice. He might have Hog, so that's gonna be really useful. I don't care about wasting the Fisherman. I also have Hunter for the Hog. He has Dark Goblin, that's interesting. Let's cycle a Hunter because I don't think... Okay, he has all of that and he's going super aggressive. We counter that really nicely. The timing wasn't the best, so my hunter is gonna get us supported there, but that's fine. At least now we know what he's playing. I was gonna say I don't think he has balloon, that's why I cycled my hunter. And hunter is also gonna get one nice shot on the tower, so that's not horrible. Play spirit like that, so we can go ahead and also connect to the tower, countering the firecracker at the same time. He doesn't even activate King Tower, doesn't matter. Because I went Monk the back, the same timing he went Dark Goblin. I'm not gonna defend the Dark Goblin. I prefer to keep the guards in case he goes for his mini P.E.K.K.A. And let's actually pop the ability here, just to kill the Spirit Goblins, why not? And let's go Hunter. I could Fireball, but I prefer to have a counter push here. Okay, he goes for his Evo Cracker. Let's go ahead and wait a little bit and now go for our Fisherman. See if he supports this anymore. Let's go RG the back right now. Why not? I know this guy doesn't have a building, but I'm gonna do it anyways just to cycle. Don't wanna do it the bridge because I know he has the mini P.E.K.K.A. Let's just Fireball this. Go for our Monk like so. And pop the ability, tank everything right there. And Bar Barrel for this. And that was nice there. He has the Evo Dart in cycle, so he's gonna defend everything right there. But that's fine by me. Let's go Hunter like so, expecting Royal Hogs. Okay, and we do indeed catch them. I'm worried more than the Dark Goblin rather than the Hogs on this side. I can take some damage. This is something also that you want to start doing. When you have too much damage on one side, it's okay to take some damage and try and not fully defend. That's what we're gonna do right now. Let's also pop our ability. Really nicely there. Still gonna take some damage. I don't care about this tower. His other tower, my other tower is lower. Let's go ahead and Fireball his Cracker. And I'm gonna go in for another RG because we also have this counter pushing. Let's go for our Bar Barrel, really nicely predicting his gang. I don't hit every single thing, but that's fine. And I think with one more shot we can just Fireball his tower. Okay, really nice game. Wasn't the best matchup for him, even though he has the mini P.E.K.K.A. It can get rough sometimes, but just because we have the guards, it's what makes this matchup on our side. We just have to be patient, be playing nicely, activating King Tower, and not overcommitting as much. I would have to end this session, this recorded video right now, even though we are at 11 wins. We could go all the way, but I have another session right now. So I will see you soon. I hope you enjoyed. Tell me if you have any questions about the deck or just the video in general I made for you. And I hope you have a nice day. Bye bye.